You don't know who I am! That tattoo says otherwise. Stand down.
Hey there, folks. Picture this. A dusty airfield in the middle of nowhere, New Mexico, sun barely creeping over the horizon, painting everything in this hazy, golden glow that makes you squint just to see straight. And there's this woman nobody really notices her loading ammo into a Black Hawk helicopter like it's just another Tuesday. Her hands moving like they've done this 1,000 times, steady, precise, not a single wasted motion. Like she's threading a needle in the middle of a sandstorm. Her name's Ellie Harper, but nobody on this base, Fort Jericho, bothers to call her anything but Tech, or Hey You. For 3 years, she's been the ghost of this place, blending into the background, head down, ball cap pulled low, just another cog in the machine. And let me tell you, that's exactly how she wanted it. I'm not gonna lie, it's kinda wild to think about now, looking back, how nobody really saw her, you know? Guys would walk by, barking orders, not even glancing her way, like she was part of the tarmac itself. Mechanics joking about their weekend plans, pilots strutting around with their aviators and egos, and Ellie? She's just there, hauling crates of 30mm rounds, double-checking wiring, her hands smudged with grease, her face blank as a desert sky. Day in, day out, 1,095 days to be exact, been counting. Trust me, she's always counting. Nobody ever asked her name, her story, nothing. She was invisible, and that was her superpower. Now, let me set the scene for you. Fort Jericho, this sprawling military base out in the middle of the Chihuahuan Desert, all barbed wire and heat waves, where Black Hawks and drones are prepped for missions nobody talks about openly. It's early, like 4:30 a.m. Early, and the air's still got that crisp bite before the sun turns it into an oven. Ellie's out there, alone as usual, feeding ammo belts into a chopper's chain gun, her movements so smooth it's almost hypnotic, like she's dancing with the machine. Around her, the base is waking up, mechanics laughing over coffee, a couple of new guys whispering about the weird loner chick who never talks, never smiles, just works like she's got a personal vendetta against downtime. One of them, Private Tommy Ruiz, fresh out of basic, nudges his buddy. What's her deal, man? She's like a robot or something. His friend, Private Lena Carter, shrugs. Been here forever, does the work of a whole crew, but yeah, total ghost. Ellie hears them. Of course she hears everything. Catalogs it all in that sharp mind of hers. But she doesn't flinch, doesn't look up. Being invisible's her thing, and she's damn good at it. She's not here to make friends or win popularity contests. She's here for something bigger, something nobody on this base would believe if you told them. See, Ellie Harper isn't just some low-level tech. She's got a past, a big one, and it's buried so deep even the brass don't know the half of it. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's just say, for now, she's playing a long game, and nobody's got a clue. Enter Captain Nate, Bulldog Sullivan, the kind of guy who walks like he's auditioning for an action movie, clipboard in hand, voice loud enough to wake a coma patient. Harper, he barks, striding across the tarmac, boots thumping like he's trying to leave dents. Finish up here and get to Hangar 5. Some rookie botched the missile racks on Chopper 3, and I ain't got time for screw-ups. Ellie nods, just once, eyes still on her work. Yes, sir. No backtalk, no complaints, even though he's just dumped a two-man job on her without a second thought. Sullivan's already halfway across the field, yelling at someone else, probably feeling like king of the hill. Two privates passing by snicker, one of them tossing out, "Morning, Sergeant Nobody," with a mock salute. A shell casing slips from Ellie's hand, clatters on the ground. She picks it up, face blank, but deep down, that nickname cuts, not because it hurts her ego, but because it's so damn ironic it's almost funny. Across the airfield, Major Cole Ramsey's watching her, leaning against a crate, aviators hiding his eyes. He's the squadron leader, a guy known for flying like he's got a death wish and expecting perfection from everyone else. Something about Ellie catches him today, the way she checks every connection twice, the way she tweaks the rocket pods in a way that's not quite by the book. He starts to walk over, but his co-pilot hollers about a briefing, and he's gone, stealing one last glance at the lone figure under the chopper. Ellie doesn't miss it, though her peripheral vision's better than most people's straight-on stare. She mutters to herself, barely audible, Day 1095, still no sign they know. Mission still on. By 9 a.m., the base is buzzing, pilots reviewing flight plans, mechanics running diagnostics, intel guys darting around with encrypted tablets. Ellie moves from chopper to chopper, doing her job while soaking up every detail. A hushed conversation between two officers, a glitch in a radio signal, the way Lieutenant Commander Victor Hawk Grayson, a slick intel officer with a smile too perfect for this dust bowl, keeps glancing her way. He's new, showed up 3 days ago, and Ellie's been watching him write back his late-night transmissions, his access to systems he shouldn't touch, the way he lingers over mission briefings like he's memorizing them. She doesn't trust him, not one bit, but she keeps her head down, plays the part. In the briefing room, 11:30 a.m., the squadron's gathered, maps and screens glowing with data about a high-stakes recon mission near the Mexican border. Rumors of cartel activity, maybe smuggling, maybe worse. Major Ramsey's up front, all business, pointing at the screen. We've got reports of heavy activity near the Rio Grande, possible IEDs targeting infrastructure. This is weapons hot. People stay sharp. Lieutenant Jake Sparky Morgan, a cocky 27-year-old gunner, pipes up, pointing at the ammo manifest. Sir, what's with the weird setup on Chopper 2? Harper's got it loaded with this mix of high explosive and armor-piercing rounds, kinda overkill, no? Ramsey squints at the screen, compares the standard loadout to Ellie's setup, and after a beat, says, leave it. Sometimes the quiet ones know something we don't. The room goes still. Ramsey's not exactly known for bending protocol, and Sparky looks like he just swallowed a lemon. Outside, Ellie's still at it, tweaking missile systems, her focus like a laser. Grayson's watching her now, openly, his tablet in hand, jotting notes with this cold, calculating stare that makes your skin crawl. She feels it, knows he's onto something, but she doesn't flinch. 3 years of this, she's learned to keep her cool. She's been careful, maybe too careful, but that ammo setup? Yeah, that was a risk, a little nudge to see who'd bite. And Grayson's biting. Fast forward to 1 p.m., the choppers are prepped, engines roaring, kicking up dust clouds that sting your eyes. Ramsey's doing final checks, and he stops by Ellie's station, something he's never done before. Harper, he says, his shadow blocking the sun. This setup on the left rocket pod, it's not standard. What? She looks up, just enough surprise to sell the act. Better for the concrete bunkers out there, sir. Matches the terrain. Her voice is soft but steady, like someone who's used to being heard when it matters. Ramsey nods, impressed, but as she reaches up to lock an ammo bay, her shirt shifts, and there it is, a tattoo, low on her back, all sharp angles and cryptic symbols, not some random ink, but something precise, something classified. Ramsey freezes, his brain short-circuiting, flashing back to a briefing 5 years ago in Kandahar, a Black Ops mission gone wrong, a team called Phantom Squad, officially disbanded, their leader supposedly Kia. That tattoo? It's their mark. Their eyes meet, and Ellie gives the tiniest shake of her head and say it. Not here. Ramsey steps back, rattled, and heads to his chopper, but he can't stop glancing at her, like he's seeing a ghost. Grayson's still watching, though, and now he's moving in, smooth as a snake. Technician Harper, he says, voice like silk over steel, haven't been properly introduced. I'm coordinating intel for this op. That loadout of yours pretty bold for a tech. Ellie keeps her eyes down, playing meek. Just following the terrain specs, sir. He smirks, leaning closer. Funny, I didn't know techs got terrain briefings. Before she can answer, Ramsey's back, cutting in. Grayson, we need to talk comms protocols now. He pulls Grayson away, shooting Ellie a look that says he's got her back, at least for now. The choppers lift off, roaring into the sky, and Ellie heads to the mission control bunker, a concrete box humming with screens and static. She's supposed to monitor tech readouts, but she's really there for the signal's encrypted bursts, frequencies nobody else is watching. The mission's underway, Ramsey's voice crackling through. Chopper 1, approaching waypoint Bravo, switching to thermal. Grayson's leaning over a screen, too intense, saying, Intel says hostiles are using the Eastern Ridge focus there. Ellie's eyes narrow her intel. The real stuff she's been piecing together for months points west, not east. She tweaks her equipment, zeroing in on Grayson's comms, and there it is, a faint signal, Same encryption as a breach she tracked years ago. Then it hits static, floods the channels. Screens flicker. Ramsey's voice cuts in, tight. Targeting systems are jammed. Readings are all over the place. Chopper 2's spinning, controls fried, and the bunker erupts, officers shouting, text scrambling. Grayson stands up, pointing at Ellie. Security, grab her now. MPs move in, hands on their holsters, and Ellie plays it perfectly wide-eyed, confused. Sir, what's going on? Grayson's practically spitting. She's the last one who touched those systems. This is sabotage. Before the MPs can cuff her, the bunker door slams open, and Ramsey staggers in, flight suit torn, blood dripping from a gash on his forehead. What the hell's going on? He roars, limping but fierce. Grayson smirks. We've got our saboteur, Major. Your little tech screwed us. Ramsey steps between Ellie and the MPs, voice low and dangerous. Back off, Grayson, or I call CENTCOM and let them tell you who you're trying to cuff. The room freezes. Grayson laughs, sharp. She's a nobody tech, barely cleared to touch ammo. Ramsey's not having it. She's Colonel Ellie Phantom Harper, ex-Phantom Squad, Medal of Honor for pulling my ass out of a death trap in Kandahar. You want to keep talking, or you want to explain why your comms are lighting up with traitor signals? The air's sucked out of the room. Ellie steps forward, dropping the act, her voice cutting through like a blade. Official records say I died in Kandahar. Convenient for going dark. I've been here 3 years, tracking a network selling our targeting data to the highest bidder. That signal jamming your choppers? Same encryption as the ambush that nearly killed Ramsey's team. She pulls a device from her pocket, holds it up. 6 hours of transmissions, including one you sent 3 minutes before the systems went haywire. Grayson. His face goes white, and he bolts for the door, shoving a tech aside. The MPs tackle him, and he's screaming, "This is a setup," but nobody's buying it. Ellie kneels by her station, pops a hidden panel nobody ever noticed, and pulls out a hard drive. 3 years, she says, voice steady but heavy. Comms logs, transfers, names. Grayson's just one piece of a network selling us out to cartels, contractors, you name it. The room's dead quiet. People staring at the woman they ignored for years, trying to wrap their heads around it. Ramsey, still bleeding, limps over. 3 years, Harper. You let us treat you like dirt, and you never broke. She shrugs, almost smiles. Best covers being nobody. Worked, didn't it? Later, in the base commander's office, General Clara Iron Monroe lays it all out for the brass. Ellie's in her real uniform now, colonel's insignia gleaming, standing tall, but still a little uneasy with the spotlight. The room's packed with officers who barked orders at her, ignored her, mocked her. Now they can't meet her eyes. Monroe's voice booms. Colonel Harper's been a ghost among you. Gave up rank, respect, everything, to root out a traitor. Her works, saved lives, will never count. She pulls up Ellie's record, redacted to hell, but enough shows. Commendations, Black Ops missions, a hero who died to keep fighting. Ellie takes the floor, calm but commanding. Grayson's network targeted bases like Jericho, strategic hubs with big missions. I played tech to get close to the comms, hear what nobody else did. Nobody notices the help, and that's how I caught him. A few officers flinch, realizing they dismissed her daily. Grayson's headed for a black site, she continues, and we've got 3 more names in custody by tonight. This isn't over, but it's a start. She steps back, and the room's still processing, some guys looking like they want the floor to swallow them. That night, there's a ceremony, quick but heavy, in the officers' mess. Ramsey hands Ellie her real insignia, salutes her, and the whole room follows. Hundreds of people who never saw her, now standing tall for her. Captain Sullivan approaches, stiff as a board. Colonel, I screwed up, treating you like that. Ellie cuts him off, gentle but firm. You did what my cover needed, Captain. No hard feelings. He nods, still red-faced, and salutes sharper than he ever has. Next morning, Ellie's on the tarmac, duffel bag at her feet, waiting for a transport. Ramsey finds her, bandages fresh on his face. Back to the shadows, huh? She smiles, just a little. Next mission, Major. Always another one. He shakes his head. 3 years of being invisible, how'd you do it? Ellie looks out at the airfield, the place she memorized down to every bolt. The mission's bigger than me. Recognition's nice, but saving lives? That's what keeps you going. She hands him an envelope. Quiet. Some loose ends check those coordinates. As the transport lands, the squadron lines up, saluting her, a hero they never knew they had. Ellie boards, takes a window seat, watches Jericho shrink below. 3 years of being nobody, of biting her tongue, of carrying a truth nobody would believe it's over, but the next fight's already calling. Ramsey opens the envelope later. Coordinates, a note, some ghosts keep hunting. He looks at the sky, her plane a speck now, and you can tell he's wondering how many others like her are out there, fighting wars nobody sees. And here's the thing, what Ellie did, it makes you think. How many people do we walk past every day, assuming they're just there? What stories are hiding behind the faces we ignore? Was she right to play bait, risk lives to catch a traitor? Or was it too reckless, too cold? I want to hear what you think. Drop it in the comments, share your take, maybe a time you saw someone in a new light. Hit subscribe if stories like this get you. Real people, real stakes, no spotlight needed. Let's keep this going.